This build might not look like much from the outside, but underneath it is the reason I'll never run out of food again. You see, I've survived over 4,000 days in this Minecraft hardcore world, and I've built everything from a massive castle, a zoo, a beautiful lush cave base, and so much more. But in last episode, I flew several thousand blocks away to start a fresh project, and now I have a problem I haven't had in a long time. I literally have no food. So today, we need to fix that, because in hardcore, running out of food is how it ends. And before I can turn this empty land into a thriving city, I first need to make sure I can survive in it, and that starts with food. So today, I'm going to build the entrance to a new town and start our first build. A grocery store, packed with fully automatic farms hidden underneath it. Wheat, carrots, potatoes, beetroots, melons and pumpkins. And to top that off, I'll be building a trading hall where I can trade food for emeralds. And emeralds for even better food sources like golden carrots. One build that quietly keeps me fed forever. So, let's get started. But before I can build any of that, I need supplies. I mean, I've got a good amount of some resources, but I'm definitely going to need a lot more. Trouble is, pretty much everything I own is back at the old base. Yeah, remember this place? This build is actually the reason I vanished for a while, but more on that later. For now, let's raid the storage. Okay, let's grab a shulker and clear out some of our junk. Honestly, I have no idea what I need, but let's grab some moss, and that can all go in here. I'm also going to need some melons, pumpkins, maybe some white terracotta, sand for glass, possibly some calcite, and a few ferns. Actually, I'm going to take quite a few of these. And while I'm here, let's just grab a few flowers, like some pitcher pods, a few rose bushes, and I might as well grab what I can, so maybe some lilacs, peonies, and azalea. And unfortunately, I don't have any wood. But I do have a bunch of food, so let's grab all of that. And I will be building with sandstone on one of the builds, so I should probably grab as much of that as I can too. And as always, I do have some terraforming projects planned, so let's head over to a spot out of the way and gather what we can. One thing you can always bet on is that 90% of projects always require dirt or grass, so you can never have enough of this stuff. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Wow, I actually forgot how to fight for a minute, oh my gosh. That was embarrassing. Anyway, that should do for now. And I'll run some of this through the mud farm just to save myself a little bit of time. Well, it's not really quicker to be fair, but at least I can go AFK while it does its thing. And I didn't really have as many supplies as I was hoping for, so it looks like I'm going to have a lot more manual grinding to do. Jeez, what's with all the Endermen? Haha, think I didn't have a plan this time? You know, the Endermen don't bother me, but why on earth did Mojang allow them to pick up blocks? It's just annoying. Sod off, creepers. Ooh, that reminds me. I actually need some gunpowder. So, let's fly over to the... well, just over here for now while I get some more rockets. There we go. And I think I still have some gunpowder in the no longer working raid farm. Yes, I do. That should be enough. But at least the mob farm still works. So let's grab as many stacks of bones as we can. And while I'm here, let's grab some iron. And we might as well take as much as we can. Wow, there is actually loads. Nice. You know what? Let's just compact that into iron blocks for now, just to save a bit of space. I'll also grab some sugarcane, turn that into paper, and craft some rockets. I also need to make a stop by the nether for some frog lights, so let's head up to the nether roof. And yes, we have plenty. Let's take a bunch of those back home. Right, let's head through the portal, and now let's chop some trees. Oh, I think these guys missed me. Maybe not that much. You know, gathering mud from the actual swamp is actually much quicker than the farm, and a lot more satisfying to be honest. The only downside is you can't go AFK, unfortunately. And we are finally home, but no doubt I've probably forgotten something. Actually, let's plant a few of these as the pale oak works great on builds. Wow, that grew quick. And I think I want to make use of some deep slate and tuff, so let's quickly dig down here. Ooh, we've got a cave. Nice. Let's quickly clear it. Add a few torches. Ooh, diamonds. Don't mind if I do. And you can sod off, my friend. You know, mining deep slate is honestly boring and super slow, so let's speed things up a little bit. First, I need some space. Now let's grab the beacon, some iron, and let's go ahead and place it down here. Add the beacon and feed it some iron and haste 2. Not that we can insta-mine deep slate, but at least it does speed things up a bit. Right, I think we are ready for some building, and I think I want to build the town entrance here with an archway going over and maybe a tower on this side going up. Then the grocery store can go over here, although I need to dig out all the area underneath for all the farms, but it should be pretty awesome when it's done. Plus it should give me some ideas moving forward once I get it all in place. And it should look pretty cool when coming up from the little village down here and going under the arch into the town. So let's get to work. Quick honest moment while I build this. I know you guys have been asking where I've been for the last several months, but after that castle a few episodes back, I actually hit a really bad burnout. I think I just crammed way too much into one project, or way too much into one video for that matter, and it just burnt me out completely. I couldn't even bring myself to open Minecraft, and the longer I left it, the harder it got to come back. Starting out fresh in the new area was supposed to actually help motivate me and get my head back in the game, but to be honest, it's still been really hard getting myself motivated, so I am back now and I am motivated to play again, but I am pacing myself, being a little bit more careful with how I play. I will still be building cool stuff, just trying not to overload myself and do too many massive projects in one go. So just want to thank you all for sticking around through the quiet stretch. It genuinely means a lot to me and I love you guys to bits, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. But I am back, so let's get back to building. Okay, this has actually turned out awesome. It looks so cool as you come walking along here and underneath the arch. Oh, I can't wait to get some more builds in here. It's going to look awesome. And I think it helps separate it from the fishing village nicely. And I love the use of sandstone. I haven't used it in a while now. So yeah, I think this looks really cool. It also has a little room down the bottom here, maybe for some storage or something. I'm not really sure just yet. But overall, I think it's looking really nice. We also have a little area just up here. Not much space, but enough room to build something at least. Now, this is the part I've really been looking forward to. Maybe not all the digging, but all the farms to help keep me alive are going underground, hidden beneath a grocery store. So first, I need to dig out this whole area to make room for farms, a trading hall, and guess what? More farms. So, let's get to it. And it looks like I've run into a load of underground rivers, so good thing I gathered all that dirt earlier. Okay, that was a way bigger job than I expected, but looks like most of my axes are busted and about half of my shovels too, so I'm gonna need to repair them soon. Seriously, do you guys never give up? Right, this should be enough space down here now. I'm thinking maybe 4 farms each side, then maybe a mushroom farm of some sort in the middle. Then behind me, maybe a pumpkin farm here and a melon farm over this side. And then our farmer trader hall just here. But first, I need to repair my tools. Gosh, it's been so long since I've been here, so the question is, can I remember where the portal was? Not there. I think it was this way? No. Oh my god, I actually can't remember. Ah, there it is. Okay, this might take a while. And good as new. Next up, I need 2 villagers to be the baby makers. And since this little village here is so close, it should be nice and easy. Let's make a boat, and we'll employ this guy. Man, that got dark quick. Hopefully this river goes back to base. I didn't actually check. Well, we had to go the long way around, but we did it. Out you get, buddy. And in the boat again. Sorry. Okay, let's go down the stairs just over here. Just please don't die. Yes, he's safe. Awesome. And you can back off. Okay, let's build him a little wall just to keep him safe. There you go, buddy. Now you're free. Well, kind of. I'll just use some trapdoors to get out while you just stay there. Now we just need to find him a friend. This guy should do. And if I can just get off the path. Aha, there we go. How is it evening again already? Man, time flies when you're having fun. Although villagers are not fun, trust me. Now I have 2 villagers, so we just need a little farm down here. And I think a simple 9x9 farm should be enough. So let's grab some carrots, some water, and place down some grass. Let's add a composter and some light. Now we can box this all in and get rid of this wall. Place some lights and turn this into farmland. Now, to make sure this works, we need some beds. Maybe some workstations, although they're not a must. And of course, carrots. And this little field should give them plenty of food now. And I'll just give him the rest. What's the matter? My carrot's not good enough for you? Okay, hopefully they'll start breeding in a while, so let's place down some trapdoors and get out of here. Now, I have a lot of crafting to do for our farm materials, which means a bunch of redstone bits, starting with a ton of hoppers. So I spent several hours crafting chests, hoppers, redstone torches, repeaters, furnaces, which I filled up with stone. I placed a bunch of ores and mined them, gathered spruce wood, pale oak, more pale oak, and guess what? More pale oak. I crafted some planks, slabs, carpet, glass, stripped some logs, and even mined some ice which I crafted into packed ice. And finally, I'm ready to build. So let's go ahead and get the base layout in place first. Okay, that's the foundation all in now, and in the middle is going to be a mushroom farm. Then I have 4 farms down this side and the same over here. So now we just need to get our villagers in place, and the first ones are going to go in these little holes in the wall. That's if we have enough villagers now. Oh yeah, looks like they've been busy. So let's get one of them in a boat, and I should have removed the carpets first. That should do for now. But will he take the right station? And he goes the most awkward way. Of course, why would he make it easy? I'm sure these guys do it on purpose. Let's add some walls so that he can't reach the composter. Now, you gotta go in that gap, buddy. Okay, villager number 1 in place. Now, I just need to do it another 7 times. Great. This should be fun. I'll block all these walls in first so they don't pull what the last one did. And now, 1 villager at a time. Okay, we're slowly getting there. Let's craft a few hopper minecarts, and we can place those on the tracks. And that's the main part of the farm all in place now. So now I think before I add the next villagers, I want to finish off the rest of the building for this area and make the farm look nice. So, time for some more building. actually turned out so much better than I expected, and to be honest I wasn't sure about using the white and red, but I think it works. It just makes it look really bright and feels kind of fresh. And I did use some of the beds from the villager breeder for the farms, so let's craft a few more and replace those so that the villagers can still breed. Okay, I need to sleep. I hate these things. Okay, before I put the villagers in, I should probably put down all of the crops so that we basically have 2 of each farm. Now, let's craft an anvil, rename some dirt, and craft some item frames. Now we can set up all of our storage after a few more item frames. Yeah, something like that should do. Now I just need to throw some dirt and the items in so that we can sort all of our drops. And finally, all we need now is 1 more villager for each farm. Oh my god, they all want to get in the boat. Really, guys? Come on, one at a time, you know the drill. And believe it or not, that's all the villagers in place. My gosh, that was actually a nightmare. But at least the farms are all working now. Now, just need a little bit more room for the pumpkin and melon farms, so I'm just going to clear this little area here. Okay, that gives me enough room for both farms now, and I've even dug out some of the lines for the hoppers so that we can connect them to the side of the storage system and get roughly equal drops on each side. But I only have 9 hoppers left, so I'm going to need a lot more, so let's craft some chests. And how many hoppers does that get? Okay, that's not going to be anywhere near enough hoppers, so looks like I need some more iron, so let's head to the iron farm. And you know what? I think I'm just going to completely empty this entire farm so that we've got plenty to get on with. But I will craft it into blocks as it's going to be much easier to compact. Okay, that should just about do it. So let's get the farms in place. As you can see, anything that grows now should automatically break and get sunk down into the hoppers underneath, so it looks like everything's working. Now, for the trading hall, I want to use some of the stripped mangrove wood, which is a pain as these are the most awkward trees in the game to chop down. But unfortunately, it has to be done. Maybe a mangrove tree farm would be a good idea at some point, but I'll have to find a good spot for it first. Now that I've got some saplings, I'm going to grow just a few of them around here so that I don't have to keep going back and forth to the swamp. And because I want that nice red stripped mangrove wood for the floors, so let's go ahead and strip all the wood first. Probably quicker that way. I'll also strip a little bit more of the pale oak, just in case. And I guess there's nothing else to do but to get building, so let's do this. Now my favourite part again, working with villagers. But hopefully this shouldn't be too bad. Nope, he's gonna play games. They never make it easy, do they? Come on, dude. There we go, that's the first one in, so let's get a few more in. But I'm not going to be able to do all of them just yet as we don't have enough villagers. So let's just do a few at a time. Come on. Dude, really? You are being a right pain in my... Okay, while I'm waiting for some more pain in the backside villagers, let's do a bit of decorating in here. Maybe some planters? And I think we'll go with the jungle trapdoors. We'll plant some bamboo, glowberries, a few azalea trees, maybe some decorations, and sweet berries. Nice. And the villager breeder is still a little bit slow, but we should be able to get a few more in. And now we need to do a bit more waiting, so let's craft some extra beds and place them down here to hopefully speed up production. I guess the only thing left to do while we wait is some more building, so let's get this grocery shop in place. Let's add a couple of pots out here, and I think the outside is done. Inside, let's add some sugarcane, lighting, wheat, carrots, potatoes, and beetroot. And maybe a few potatoes out here too. Oh yeah, this is looking awesome. I really like how this is shaped up. And we have this little alleyway here too, which is really cool. And once it starts getting built up, it's gonna look incredible. Yeah, I can just imagine how this is going to look once we've got a few more builds in place. Inside is looking cool too. There is a bit of space upstairs, but nothing up there at the moment. And then down here we do have the trading hall, and then our farms, which are producing tons of stuff already. And now we've got plenty of villagers, so let me go ahead and just get those last ones in place. Now, just to help with any lag, let's cover these hoppers with some composters. I'm not sure it really makes a huge difference, but every little helps. Actually, probably a good idea to test the mushroom farm, as I haven't checked that yet. Might need a few presses to get it going. There we go. Okay, cool. This should make it much faster and much more convenient to get mushrooms. And we might as well test out a few trades for emeralds. And now we can trade for golden carrots, which is a much better food source, so I'll take a few of those. And just like that, for the first time since I've moved out here, this place can finally feed me. Remember where we started this episode? No food, no farms, nothing. Now we have 6 farms running on their own, and a hall full of traders, and a grocery store sitting on top of it all. This town isn't just survivable now, it's sorted. And I know it doesn't look like much from up here, but everything I need in this town to survive is now running right underneath it. When this episode started, this was empty ground. Now it's got a real entrance, a working food system, and a trading hall full of villagers. And next time, with food finally sorted, I can start on the part I've been itching to build. So tell me in the comments, what should go in the next town? I've got a ton of ideas myself, but I want to hear what you guys want. But until next time, I'll catch you in the next one.